Camera adjust. Camera adjust. All righty. Is that good? I think that's pretty good. All right. Welcome in. If you're joining us here on YouTube, you're probably hanging out. Sorry, just adjusting the camera here. Probably hanging out on the replay. So if you are, feel free to fast forward just a little bit here. We're going to welcome in our friends on the old TikTok. And then we're going to get this started. This is going to be short and sweet today, guys. I'm definitely fighting a little bit of a cold, which is never fun. And we only have a couple things to ship. It's been a very quiet week this week, and I think it has something to do with the weather that's happening down south. And then also it was Prime Days. And whenever there's Prime Days, I always have this happen to me. So people are spending their money elsewhere, and that's okay. All right, let's go ahead and welcome in our friends on the TikTok. Here we go. Let's see who comes in first. If you guys have any questions while I'm doing this, feel free to ask anything about reselling. If I don't get back to you during the actual video, that I will go ahead and get hold of you afterwards and answer any questions you have because you guys are on the same screen that I ship on. So let's get this started here. We're going to go ahead and start with eBay. I'm just going to wait for everyone to get notified and get popped on here. And in the meantime, we're going to have a little sip of coffee because it's going to be what keeps us going today. I got a whole bunch of stuff I need to take pictures of. So I got to bust booty today for sure. Today is a busting booty day. All right. Who do we got coming on here? Perfect. We've got user 79. Welcome in. It is Friday, which is very exciting. And it's the end of the week. So we're going to do our shipping. This is going to be everything that was sold yesterday and this morning. I don't know if we had any this morning yet. So I think this is mainly just the stuff from yesterday. So who else do we got coming in here? Slag Slinger 2.0. Not to be confused with Slag Slinger 1.0. 2.0, way cooler. Bill 36. Jessica's here. Welcome in. And Jess. Aruba Doll is joining us. And so is Michelle Myers. Not to be confused with Michael Myers, who is not Michelle. Miniverse, welcome in. Miranda. Thrifty's here. Good afternoon or morning. Johab, yes, good. Jessica says, good evening. You must definitely not be in the same part of the country, or maybe you're in a different country than me. Where are you at? Good morning, Thrifty. Michelle laughs. I've been playing some Call of Duty. My character's Michael Myers on there. So the second I saw your name, I was like, oh, nope, not to be confused with that. Oops, afternoon. Jessica's like, I'm like, where are you at? You joining us from like over the pond? Still waking up. Girl, I am with you this morning. It has been a long week for sure. T, welcome in. And Jessica, a lot of Jessicas today. Today's the day for Jessicas. Sandy is here. Bella Boo Love 707. Welcome in, Jennifer. I see you, Jennifer. Happy Friday, Fredster. My day off. I finally slept in. Oh my gosh, did you sleep in? That is like the best. I did too, actually. I went to bed way early last night. I meant to catch Hustle's live yesterday, and you guys have heard me all week. I've been like, I've had this voice, and I thought it was just because I sung so many punk songs on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. So I thought I just kind of lost my voice. I'm kind of second thinking that. And I think I've been like fighting a cold and not realizing. I'm the kind of person, guys, I just go. I take a ton of like vitamins and supplements. So I try to stay as healthy as I can. Every once in a while, something gets me. And I feel fine. I just sound not awesome. So I went to bed so early last night. I think I was in bed by like 8:30, I think. And I didn't get up till 10 today. So I slept. My body must have just needed that extra rest. It is germy out there. I know we're headed into that season. And, you know, I'm always at like so much risk on Saturdays because I go out garage sailing and I am literally in someone's space, like handing them money. It's like as if I was working in retail or something, you know, and you're transactionally exchanging cash and stuff. And so touching their items and everything. I keep Purell in the car. Every time I get in the car, little squidge in the hands, and I clean them. But I mean, you can only escape as much as you can escape, right? Rebecca, happy Friday. Oh my gosh, I think I have eyelash in my eyeball. Yeah, thrifty, I was thinking allergies, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. I could be because I feel pretty good. Like, I don't feel bad. I just sound like I'm 14. I sound like my son sounded at 14 when he was going through puberty. So, hi, Scissory. Anyways, okay, we're going to do this. This is going to be crazy short and sweet, guys. This is probably the slowest week I have had in two. Okay. Well, no, because last time we only shipped out like 10 items. I think it was like 10 items on Wednesday, which is slow. It's slow for me. I usually sell anywhere between like 5 to 10 items a day. So I'm just kind of used to that metric. What's that, baby? I won't sell myself short. You're right. Anyways, it's not as many as I usually have. And so it's just been a slower week. I think a couple things are going on. I think we've got the weather that's down south. We have, Milton and Helene and all of the horrible devastation, which is, my sales are way less important than any of that. So all of that's been going on. I ship a ton of stuff to Florida usually. And so I think with what's happening, obviously that's been slower. And then also we had the Smile Store PRIME days. And I remember this happening to me the last time that they had a PRIME days. I think that was back in like July or something. And it was kind of like that. Anyways, I don't know. I hope you guys have had really, really solid weeks. I hope you've sold a ton of stuff. Yeah. Scissory, your tips for camera exposure is to help my blog. Oh, awesome. Yeah, man, when you figure out that camera exposure thing, it totally changes everything. Jennifer says, I agree. Sassy Bells, hey, what is going on? Hey, Nick. Okay, so Kitschy, what is good, Kitschy? Okay, so we are going to do Vanessa, I saw your video, the one with like the horde behind you, where you got like the duet thing going on. That literally stopped me in my scroll. I was laughing so hard. I was like, dude, it's like me in my garage out there. If we go into my garage horde of stuff to resell, it's it's the same thing. Hey, Steve. So we're gonna do eBay first. Like I said, this is gonna be a short and sweet one today, which is fine because, like I said, my voice is atrocious. I hope you guys stick around and don't mind that I sound like I'm going through puberty at 14 today. Okay, so first thing we've got, Justin's laughing. First thing we have is something I had a feeling this was going to sell pretty well. So this is a weird one. So what this is, I got this at a garage sale like 2 weeks ago. So this is way before they would have released any of the Austin City Limits shirts. So this is Austin City Limits since 1964. KRLU is just the PBS station here. It doesn't have, oh, it does have a tag. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that it was screen printed. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. This is so weird. Okay, I'm not kidding you. When I look at this t-shirt down here, I can't see anything with my eyes. But when I look in the camera, you can 100% see all of that. You guys can see that writing, right? When you look just right here in real life, you cannot see it. That is so weird. Okay, so here's what we're going to do because I listed this as a no label. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this up here and see if I can read it. So it says XXL, and it's got a name there. Why is that not visible in person? This is so weird. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Justin, you can't see this screen print tag when you're just looking at it. When I hold it up to the camera on live, you can clearly see it. Whoa. That's so weird. Okay. So it says, what does that say, you guys? XXL, and then it's backwards for me, which is backwards for you too. Something cash. Is that what that says? Something cash. I can't believe I can't see this. And it's not just me. It's literally like you literally can't see it. Okay. Well, that is by chance the weirdest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. So I had listed this as a large because that's what the size metrics were because there was no tag. So what I'm going to do is I think I better do this. I'm going to message this person and just let them know that the shirt says extra large and that I just couldn't see the tag. We're going to take a pause time out here because this is so strange. And I'm going to message this customer. I had noticed I listed this without a size, period. I didn't notice that the size was screen printed on the t-shirt. I listed this without a size, period. I didn't notice that the screen print on the t-shirt has the size and it's listed as a 2XL, period. However, according to my measurements, it would fit more like a large, period. Are you still comfortable with me sending this out or should I cancel this order? Question mark. So I just don't want him to get it and then say, hey, I noticed that this has the size on it. Weird. I mean, I'm telling you guys, that is hands down the strangest thing I've ever seen on any sort of clothing or camera thing. When I look at this t-shirt, there is nothing. When I hold it up there, there is something. Okay, can you mirror us? I don't know how to do that, Thrifty. How would I do that? I'm not sure how to do that. That is the strangest, weirdest thing. Yeah, it says 2XL, definitely. Hanging with you for a little bit today. I found I'm going to be a grandma again. Denise, congratulations. That's so cool. I'm so happy for you. That's rad. Hey, Riz. Riz, you ready for the weirdest one you've ever seen? So this t-shirt, when I hold this t-shirt up right here in real life and I'm looking at it, this screen print, you cannot see it at all. When I hold it up to the camera here for you guys, I can see it and you can see it. So weird. So I went ahead and messaged the person because I listed this as a large. I would not classify this as like a 2XL. I mean, maybe, but not really. So I just messaged him and just said, hey, because he just bought this, so I don't technically have to send it out. He just bought it last night. So I don't technically have to send it out today. So I think I'm going to hold on to it for just a second. We won't ship this until I hear back from him because I don't want him to get it and then somehow see that. Maybe he's in the mirror and he sees it, or I don't know, maybe his eyes are just way better. But I put on old eyes and I couldn't see it still. So weird. Invisible ink. Yeah, I mean, I get, is that a thing? Why would you ever do that on your size thing? Okay. Oh, this is way too big. The description has an L in it. Please cancel. Yeah. Okay. No worries. Sorry about that, period. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and go to cancel this order. Glad I messaged him because, okay. And I've got a lesson to be learned here for you guys. Let's see here. We got to go to cancel order. And then we're going to go to buyer's request. And buyer asked to cancel next. And we will relist that for free. Perfect. Okay. So always ask, right? Never assume. Always send the message. I would rather refund this person and have this work out in his favor and my favor and just put this back up for sale than end up sending this out, him getting it and being like it's too big. So you know how we've talked about this before. I'll pause on the shipping for a second. If you've ever joined my live before, you know we've talked about cognitive buyers and kinesthetic buyers. So kinesthetic buyers are the people that will just look at your item. They will look at like your title and they'll just look at like a few of the measurement things in the listing, but they're not going to read the description. They're not going to read anything, right? These are your your kinesthetic learners. See, feel, touch, smell, learner. Okay. Then you've got cognitive learners, and cognitive learners are the ones that are going to read your description. They're going to read all of the little things. They're going to read your disclaimer. They're not going to pay attention to the pictures as much. They're going to pay attention to more what you say down in the meat and potatoes description. So this person is definitely a kinesthetic learner, meaning he saw the t-shirt, He saw that I had put a large tag on it, but he probably didn't read in the description where it says, this doesn't have a size tag on it. I'm just going off of measurements. To me, it measures as a larger size large. Please pay attention to the measurements to see if this will fit you before ordering. This just goes to show and goes to prove why it is so insanely important for you to put that stuff in the pictures and to put it down in the description, because that way you've got a way better chance of the person purchasing or reading it. Like if I had just put XL in the little tiny title and the photo, he wouldn't have bought this, right? I put large because that's what I thought it was, because he didn't even read the description. So that's why for those of you that are like, oh, I don't put the measurements in the photos, I just put it in the description. It's like, yeah, well, you don't know that that person's going to look at that. Or the person that's like, oh, I'm only a cognitive learner, I only read the descriptions. I didn't look at any of the pictures. That's why it's so important to put all of that information in both places. So that's interesting. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Don't forget to change the listing. Thank you. Riz, welcome to the day. Okay, yeah, it hasn't listed yet. All right, perfect. Oh my gosh, Jessica, thank you. Afternoon, gracious. All right, moving right along. Man, today is a day. It is a weird day already. Okay, next thing we've got, I actually just listed this. This is a little pearl snap. These are just selling so well for me right now. Not a huge, crazy, well sought after brand. Anyone that wears these knows this brand. But again, it's not just the brand that's selling this, it's the aesthetic of it. It's got the pearl snaps, it's got the Western look, it's long sleeve, it's in crazy good condition. Picked this up for $1 at a garage sale. We just got this, didn't we, you guys? Like maybe 2 weeks ago. So just got this, and I actually just listed this Friday together? I think we listed this on Friday. I think we took pictures on Friday or Thursday on this. So this sold over on eBay for $14.25. Let's take a look here and see what we got. So this is definitely going to be under £1, so don't have to worry about pirate ship and going over there. We are all having a great Friday. It's just been like, I don't know. It's been an interesting week. And like I said, I don't know if this is a cold that's been going on for me, or if this is just allergies or what's happening. But it's just like, it just kind of describes the week. It's been a good week, nothing wrong, not a bad week. It's just been like an interesting week. And I mean, with everything that's going on in the world and the environment and everything right now, with like the hurricanes and just everything, it's like, holy cow. It's a lot out there right now. And it seems like me, I don't know, I'm kind of sensitive to that kind of stuff. So not to get all like super guru-y weird or anything, but when things are happening and there's like a lot of like stuff going on in the world, my mom actually used to always tell people about this with me. I get like, I kind of like take it on a little bit. I don't even know how to describe. This is going to sound so like new agey and weird, but I kind of take on stuff like that. And so for me, what will happen is I get like almost like, not like a rundown, but kind of like a tired sound to me. And this is something my mom noticed from when I was a very, very small little one. And so, moms are never wrong. And, well, sometimes we are, but not very often about that kind of stuff. We know our kids. And so she would always tell people, oh, my daughter is just so sensitive with stuff and just takes it all in and stuff. And it's true. It's just kind of always been like that. So now whether or not that affirmations is what made it true or whether it was always true, who knows? I don't know. I'm going on a tangent. But anyways, so they paid $4.38 for shipping. I charged, I think, $5.99. So we made a little bit on that shipping, helped to cover all those costs. Let's take a look here. So we wound up, after all said and done, we wound up making, after all of the fees and everything, about $13 on that. So nothing too crazy, but a little something. That is it for eBay. Weird week, man. This is, like I said, the smallest I've sold in a while, but that's okay. Some weeks are going to be like that. Some weeks aren't. It just is going to be what it's going to be. Okay, we're going to go pop on over to Depop and see what we got over here. We've got a shirt. This one actually sold faster than I thought it was going to, because it was just kind of a generic-y one. But if it was going to sell anywhere, it was going to sell on Depop. So this is a Billie Eilish t-shirt. which you are thinking like, oh my gosh, of course that's going to sell. But it's not like it was a concert tee or anything like that. It was just a little H&M. So it's not a super sought after, concert rare album release t-shirt or something like that. I think what sold this as fast as it sold, because there was a ton of these for sale. I think what wound up selling this is probably the keywords I put in here, because I remember putting like quite a few in here. Let me take a look and see what I put in here, because I feel like it was a whole bunch. So what I do whenever I've got like a concert tee or an artist t-shirt is I go in and I search like their name in, Googly, and I find out what the aesthetic of their music is, meaning like what is the genre that they're in. So I always find out albums or release dates. I usually go into Spotify for that because it's just faster for me. But on regular aesthetic stuff, I go over into the old Googly machine. So here's why I think this sold. These were the keywords I put in: pop, rock, EDM, pop, alt pop, electro pop, pop rock, industrial, trap, jazz, weird music, concert. So all of that stuff was in Google. That is when it was like, all you type in is like Billie Eilish genre, and it'll come up with like a little Billie Eilish is considered da 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 da. And then I just take and copy and paste that because it always has like little commas in it already. So I just copy and paste and put that into my keywords. And because it's not like it's not on a Billie Eilish website or thing, it's not like a copyright thing. It's not like SEOs are going to frown on that because I'm just describing the music. And then usually what I'll do is in between every like fifth or sixth word, I'll put something else random in there just so it's not the exact same phrase, because otherwise it's, the internet's like, oh, that's already out there, I don't need to show that again. So I'll put in like artist or something else, post Y2K or whatever. I'll put something else kind of in the middle. What I did on this one is I just did EDM twice because I don't really know Billie Eilish music, so I didn't really know what to put. So I just put EDM in there twice just to kind of break it up again, so it wasn't the exact same verbiage. So that's a little tip. If you ever have music t-shirts you're trying to sell, just look up the genre, because that genre is going to be what sells it, not necessarily the artist. Because if you had someone that was like into trap or dubstep or something, and they type in dubstep t-shirt into Depop, which is really common, especially on Depop, people will just put in like punk band t-shirt, hip hop t-shirt. They won't actually put a specific artist in. So if you're focused more on the music genre and less on just what the artist is, especially for kind of a more generic t-shirt like this one, it's just going to sell. This literally sold in like 3 days. So not a huge sale. I mean, I think we got like $13 for it or something like that. So it wasn't like a crazy big one, but I mean, I got it for like 50 cents or $1 at a garage sale. So gracious. Yes. It works really well for that. I found a Billy branded t-shirt last week. That's interesting. I'm wondering if maybe there was like a partnership with like a couple different, like maybe like Target and H&M or something like that. A lot of the newer artists will do that. Try to get some local honey for allergies. Ooh, that's a good call. I should actually. I used to have this great little place where I used to live in Sequim. There's this place called Sunny Farms. It's this little farm store. It's not really little anymore, but they always had fresh bee pollen, and I used to take that all the time because that could be what's going on for sure. Let's see, elderberry. Monica, I do have some elderberry. I will take that actually. PO is closed on Monday. Oh, Jessica, thank you for reminding us. What is Monday? I don't even know what holiday that is. And I do have some Manuka. I don't have any. I don't want to be down for 3 days either. We did that like 2 months ago, a month and a half ago. I was sick for like 3 days. Yeah, you can even see like my eyes, like the back side of my eyes. Means you're empathetic and you feel what's going around you. Yeah, I would say that that's probably a fair assessment. It's not something I talk about on here very often, but I would definitely say that's a fair assessment. Can you try to send offer prone on Mercari and see if you have the same problem? Same problem with what, Sassy? I'm not sure what you mean. Let's see, what else did I miss? You have to just clarify on that one. Oh, Columbus. Is it still even called Columbus Day? It's not like a thing. Why do I feel like that's not a thing anymore? I don't know. Anyway, okay, let's get this printed out here. So we're in Depop. We're going to go ahead and copy this. You guys are helping me out a ton today. Thank you. Thank you for having my back today, guys. I definitely needed it. So just a second, I gotta get a little drink of water. Yeah, it's so weird because I don't feel bad. Like I don't feel like how I sound. The last time I sounded like this, I had like bronchitis or something, and I 100% do not have that. So it could just be allergies. That could be what's going on, especially with everything that's, with the flooding and all that. I mean, that's highly possible. All right, so this is going to Johanna in New York. It's such a total New York t-shirt, so that makes sense. And we're just going to take a look at the address because Pirate Ship loves to mess up the New York addresses for some reason. Okay, we're good. We're going to go to envelope padded. Length is 8 by 8. And this is probably like 7. Boom, she knows her weights. 0 tab 7. And let's get the rates for that one. The artist FKA Columbus Day and Indigenous Peoples Day. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought that the name had been changed, but I'm so bad about keeping up with that kind of stuff. My husband is really good about knowing what's going on in the world and politics and all that kind of stuff. He's definitely hip on all of the things that are happening. I think the A to the H to the D to the H to the D, just I don't know. I forget stuff so often. Does anyone use a portable flash drive reader on their phone? Ooh, Opal. I don't, but that's interesting. Hello, Creekside. What is good? All right, printing this one out. Oh, is our printer going to be funky? What is happening today? All right, there we go. Fixed. Goodness, folks. Goodness. And thank you for reminding me about changing that listing. Let's see, did it already relist? Let's take a look here. Yes, okay, so we're changing that. We're going to do this live, guys. We're going to fix our listing right now because it's literally listed as large again. So that's going to be an XL. And then I can get rid of the, I don't know what the size is. I still don't know what the brand is. I can't read that brand. I'm not going to stress about it too much. What I was going to say about this originally was that I didn't, the Austin City Limits thing that's happening this year, I believe it's the 50th anniversary. And so Willie Nelson is coming to play or has played. Has it already happened? I can't remember, but I got that t-shirt like before the date that anything was released. So it's really weird that that t-shirt was already out because the t-shirt sales for that wasn't out yet. So that was interesting. Could be why it's got that weird screen print. So we're just going to change all this to XL. And then we're going to get rid of the there's no size tag situation. So size XL. No major flaws. Very soft. And it's probably one of the softest t-shirts I've ever felt in my life. So I don't know if it was like a early release t-shirt or what the situation is. But anyway. So we're going to revise that. Thank you for reminding me that, Jessica. And I think Riz, you did too. Palmer Cash. Is that the name of the brand? Palmer Cash. Oh, was it 2XL? Oh my God, you guys, what is happening with my head today? Gosh gravy. 2XL? You're right, 2XL. Oh my gosh. What's really weird though is this does not measure as a 2XL. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to get rid of this entire listing and end it. And then I will go on Vendu and I will redo it because I'm going to have to redo that whole thing. That's so weird because the measurements on it would be like what I would say is like a large XL, a Palmer Cash. That is what that says too when I look at the thing. Palmer Cash Apparel Company. All right, I'm writing this down. Palmer Cash Apparel. I am telling you right now, literally, you cannot see that tag in just the environment. The only way I could see it was on the screen. That is one of the weirdest trick things. Is that like a thing? Does this company do that? Is that like their little thing or something? That would be so weird. Why would you have that on your label? That doesn't make any sense. So here's the question though. So here's the mystery for the day, guys. If that t-shirt is representing Willie Nelson and the 50th anniversary, which hasn't happened yet, and those t-shirts haven't happened, how is that t-shirt out, number one? And two, how is it so worn and soft? And that thing's been washed quite a few times. Like, it's definitely been used. So that's an interesting thing. Man, I get mysteries like that, and then my head just gets stuck on them, and I literally can't stop thinking about it. So I'm not going to spend any more time on it, though, because that will just accentuate the situation. We don't want to do that. And I'll just literally obsess about it, and it'll become like a thing in my head where it goes over and over and over. Man, I better be way more on it for garage sailing tomorrow, because if that was today, it would be hurting for certain. Good gravy. All right, we're going over to Poshmark here. We got a pair of Y2K True Religions. These were actually kind of cool pants. So these had a whole bunch of interesting things to them. So number one, the tag it's like a kind of a little bit more of a rare one. These are the World Tour Rickies, but they are in a really interesting color I haven't really seen on the True Religions before. It's not a stone wash. It's definitely a light wash. But it's just got like a really neat, like vintagey aesthetic to it. It's got really, really cool horizontal whiskering in the back. It's got really just a neat whiskering in the front, cool pockets. I just haven't seen this one before. And it's got a really old school True Religion tag on there. Now, these are ones I actually fixed. So do you guys remember, and I put this in the listing and everything, do you guys remember how I had ordered buttons off the Smile store, like to be able to replace buttons on things, like metal buttons? So this is one of the metal buttons, but what was cool is I was able to literally match these up with the other buttons. This one is a little bit shinier than this one, but the button here on the front was a little bit shinier. So it matched up pretty well. And you just put them on and it just screwed in the back section there. And like I said, obviously I put that in the listing that the button's been replaced. So these sold, I got these, man, I think I paid like 50 cents for these. It was these and another pair. The front button was missing on one pair and the two back buttons were missing on the back pockets. So I just ordered up those little buttons. Where are they? So yeah, you can get them from the Smile store. They just come in like little packs like this, and they come in different size ones. So there's all sorts of little buttons in here, some bigger, some smaller, all these little different colors. Because I run into pants at garage sales. I've got two actually right now. It's what I'm going to be working on today is my, like, I need to wash and sew and fix these items pile. And so I have a couple other pairs of pants that I've gotten where just the button's missing. I think I might even have a pair of Rock Rivals in there where the button is just literally gone. And it's like, well, I'll just replace the button. And then in the listing, I just put, front button has been replaced, or corner pocket, watch pocket button has been replaced or something. And it works out really good. So Gracious says, I remember. Jennifer says, I sent you a message on IG. Okay, I'll take a look. Maybe just garage sale in your garage for a week. Man, Jennifer, you slay me every time. I'm telling you, I probably have no business going out again, but here's my thought. It's going to start getting real slow here in about 2 weeks. People are going to go into Thanksgiving mode, and then they're going to go into Christmas mode, and then it'll be real slow again until probably like February-ish when people are trying to clear out stuff. Holidays are over, people are back to regular stuff again. And so that time frame in there is a little slower. So I just don't want to like deplete too much because I am listing so much more stuff now than I used to. So that's kind of my thought is if I can hit up at least one community sale, I don't want to snooze on that and then be like, in that regretful moment. So that'd be an Easter egg. That'd be so fun. Dude, I don't even know what's in those boxes, you guys. It's probably like, it could even be like summer clothes and stuff. Who knows? Um, anyways, hey, Coley, what's good? Don't deplete you too much. And that is true. I think what I'm going to do today, guys, is because I can tell, I mean, y'all can feel it. I definitely am like going with something here in the nasally situation. I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to work on getting some of that pile done, because it's just a lot of stuff that needs to be like washed or spot treated. Mix up a little Dawn, mix up a little baking soda, get it on the little oily spots and put a couple buttons on, maybe sew a couple things. Get in the recliner, maybe put a blanket over me, have the two pups there, little fake fire going, have Justin make me delicious things all day. I think we might do that today. I am not one to just take days off, literally ever. I am what you would call a complete work to the holidays situation. And so I may just need to like slow my situation a little bit. Where are these going? These are going to Roberta. Oh my gosh, I know where this is. It's in Washington. This is about 13 minutes from where I went, maybe 10 minutes from where I went to hair school. I went to where I learned to be a hairstylist a million years ago. There was a place called Jean Juarez in Federal Way, Washington. And this little country girl here moved over towards the big city and went to school there. One of the best things I ever did. It gave me a really good career for the entire time my son was little. And so I owned a salon for, gosh, let's see, I opened my first salon in 99. And then I closed that one in 2001, I think it was, when I moved back to take care of my mom. My mom got in a really, really, really bad car accident. And I moved home to take care of her at that time. And so I closed my shop down where I lived in Olympia. And then I moved back home to this little tiny town called Sequim. Everyone pronounces it as Sequim. And I moved back there and I opened up a salon there called Kaboom. And I opened that in June of 2001. And then I sold it in 2014. Oh gosh, I think it's like this month, 2014. Whoa, that was like 10 years ago. Oh my gosh. So, and that's when I stopped doing that. I went into sales and marketing after that. So yeah, that's crazy. So anyways, long story short, this place here, this address is literally like right next to where I went to school. Man, such great memories. So much fun. Oh gosh, how old was I? 20. I think I was 20 years old. Oh, how is that even possible? It's been so long. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that was it. It's a 2 careers and a whole lifetime ago. That's for sure. Fancy. Yeah. Wait, a salon. Yeah. So I was a stylist and I owned a salon, like I said, for many, many, many years. And then when I sold that in 2014 is when I went into sales, and then I went into marketing after that. Yeah. How did you like living in Sequim? Marie, it's a really pretty place. It's just really hard to get anywhere. So where Sequim is, for you guys that don't know, you got Washington State, right? Up here in the very corner where like Twilight, remember Twilight, like Forks and all that? Way up kind of over there is this little town called Sequim. And the problem is if you want to get anywhere, like if you want to get over to Seattle, you have to take a ferry. So you have to drive this whole long way to get to either this place called Bremerton, which is where I lived before we moved here. So it's right across the water from Seattle. Or you have to drive to Bainbridge Island, and then you have to take an hour ferry across to get to Seattle. And then if you want to get anywhere else, you literally have to drive from the corner of the world everywhere. So it just takes really long to get anywhere. So if you're retired and you're not going anywhere and you want like a small little town that's got a quaint feel, couple good restaurants, nice people, it's a great spot. But as a teenager, No. Now, it was a great place to raise my son and have my salon. You know, I was the funky stylist. We had a tattoo and body piercing studio. Nobody else had that anywhere close to what we had. So we had a great career, had a lot of fun doing that. But my hands got tired and I got tired about being around the chemicals and stuff all the time. And so I had an opportunity to get into sales doing health and wellness stuff, which is stuff I've always been crazy interested in. Succeeded really well in that. And then from that, I transitioned into doing marketing and learning how to market and I went through that whole process. So yeah, I've done a couple careers in my life, but as weird as it sounds, I had a really great time doing hair. I really loved the people and I had a great time. It was hard on your body, chemicals, hard standing, all that. Sales was interesting. I didn't mind doing sales because it's what I believed in. Motivating others or trying to help other people to do stuff is difficult. I struggled with that. I had a great time with it, but it was definitely hard to watch people not succeed because they just didn't have the drive or desire to make it happen. You know, people always say, I want to succeed. I want to be, I want to take care of my kids. I want to do this. I want to do that. But sometimes we don't always put the effort out of what we want to get back. I don't know how I'm on this topic, but we're going to roll with it. And so I really struggled in that one because I'm like the kind of person that I just want everyone to win. And I think that if you've ever joined me on here, you just know that as a person, that's who I am. I want everybody to win. I want everybody to succeed. I want everybody to be able to take care of their kids. I want to help single moms. I want to help single dads. I want to help people that, have had a hard time in life for whatever reasons. And I just want people to win. I just want them to succeed. It's like my driving force inside of me. And so doing that, it was really difficult when other people couldn't do it because it wasn't always the skills. It was just the gumption. You got to do it, man. I was raised that if you want something, you got to work for it. You got to put in the time. You got to put in the energy. You got to put in the effort, and you got to give it all that you have because that's how you get ahead, right? I was never given anything in my life, literally anything. And so I've worked for everything. So seeing other people that I knew had the possibility to succeed, not succeed because maybe the effort wasn't there was really difficult. And that's why I transitioned out of the sales part of it and transitioned into doing marketing. And then I went independent and wound up doing online digital marketing, and, artwork and all sorts of other stuff for businesses because I didn't have to try to get other people to do their jobs anymore. And it was really hard to leave the sales part and the awesome people that I'd mentored. But I just couldn't do it anymore, you guys. It was so difficult. It was so difficult to watch people just not do it, especially when you see people that are capable. You guys know what I'm talking about. So Arizona cheerleader. Yeah, thanks, you guys. I appreciate it. No, I'm a Gemini, which totally fits me, Coastal. However, I usually end up with Aquarians in my life. My son's bio dad was an Aquarius, and my dad's an Aquarius. They had the same birthday. My first marriage was an Aquarian. So I decided to go a little different this time with Justin. He's a Scorpio, but he's literally like the most passive Scorpio. So it works out. Jen's an Aquarian. June 7th, says Nora. Yeah, I'm actually June 13th. So sometimes I get my birthday on a Friday the 13th, which is cool. I don't know how we got on this topic, guys. That is it for me for shipping today. Literally tiny couple days. But you know what? I'm still grateful for the sales. It's not going to stop me. I'm still putting up tons of listings. I've sent out hundreds and hundreds of offers. My auto posture has been a busy bee. Let's take a look here. Last time I looked was yesterday. What do we got? So we have already sent out in the last hour, we got 5 offers out on Posh, 2 eBay, 1 Mercari, 8 Depop. So, and it's been my auto posture last night. I think it was at like 170 or something offers had been sent out. So things are going out. It's just definitely, a bit slower week for me. So yeah, February 2nd. Oh, I love it. You got a little birthday coming up here, Coastal. Like, no, don't tell me that. Pink later. Happy garage saying, all right, guys, I'm gonna jam. I'm gonna just work on some stuff here today around the house and get all that stuff cleaned, get a few pictures, get some stuff listed because I don't want to get bumped out of algorithms. I think I'm taking a little bit easy. And hopefully I can find no, hopefully I can find some good sales tomorrow. And you know, we're gonna put out to the universe. What if I found one sale, but it had like 150 items I wanted? I would literally 43 coming in hot. I would literally be so excited to like go to one garage sale and be like, well, there's my money budget for the week. Okay, done, going home. Can you even imagine? Oh my gosh, knowing me, though, I'd probably be like, man, there's so many other sales I'm missing. All right, you guys, I'm going to jam out of here. Thank you guys for all of the words of encouragement today. Like I said, I'm having kind of a weird day, and I just appreciate all of you. Thanks for listening to my little career story, too. Hopefully, it helps to motivate you guys. You know, we all got into this for a reason. And careers are like people sometimes. Sometimes they come into your life. They're a reason and a season. Sometimes the reason you never know until later. Sometimes the season is short. But I think that my season with this business is going to be very, very long. And I hope it is for you too, because I really like doing this. And I love the freedom and I love this community. And I don't know, I just love it. So stay weirdy, my friend. Can you start over here? Just got here. Sorry, Felix, you missed it. Wah, wah, wah. All right, take care, guys. Peace. And if you're joining us on the tubes, God, I see you over there. Thanks for joining in. Weird day, but you know what? We're rolling with it. So take care, everybody. Have an awesome day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.